Welcome to another episode of Conversations. I am your host, Ken, where we do discuss conversations around relationships, healing, but most importantly, mindset. Guys, there's never, ever gonna be a perfect time to start doing something when you're trying to achieve a certain goal in life. There's no set date, there's no specific time, there's no specific month or year. It's just there's never going to be the perfect moment. What you decide to do and how you decide to go about it is solely tied to your anticipation based on the outcome. It's weird. I get it. I understand. I've been there. You got to look at me, for example. Just 6 years ago, I was a homeless addict dealing with mental health issues, dealing with depression. And in my head, I believed that it would be a great idea that I'm only going to get sober if I know I got a job, if I know I got a girl who loves me, if I know I got, my kids back in my life. Those are going to be the moments where I'm like, okay, now life's important again. There is a purpose and a reason behind me getting sober. Who thinks like that? Not saying it was right, but it's the reality of where my mindset was at because for example, most people aren't going to sign up for a year at a gym membership unless they believe that they're going to have the six pack abs or the nice body or the perfect figure, right? But if I could prove to you that you guarantee will get those in a week, oh, you're going to sign up right now and you don't even care how much you spend on it because you know that the outcome's going to happen. Well, life does not work in that manner, but the mind doesn't understand the difference. So what we do is sometimes put these blocks up unless there is something that allows us to feel like doing what we want to do. I am a big advocate on understanding you don't have to be great to start or do something in life, but you got to start to become great. It's just the way it works. I still don't know how to drive a stick shift, right? And my girl tells me all the time, Ken, you got to just get in the car and start it and learn from it. And in my head, I'm like, to be honest with you, every time I tried to drive a stick, I like clutched out and I didn't want to like blow someone's engine trying to figure out how to drive with the car. That was my excuse. But if I knew that if I just kept at it for a few times and eventually got the hang of it, and all of a sudden I'm like test driving Ferraris and like, like made in Germany Mercedes type of, manual shift, sure, I probably would have more fun with it. But to be honest with you, it's just not something I feel like doing. I don't get excited about driving a stick shift like some other people may. And so, where I've learned the technique of simply just taking action, guys, this has changed my life. Taking action when, I'm putting notes down on, planning and scheduling the topics I want to discuss for conversations, or knowing I need to put some content on different social platforms to get this information out, get the business information out, you know, realizing that I'm not going to be perfect at this. I'm honestly going to look back at these videos 10 years from now, see my background and microphone, and probably going to have more equipment, better quality, but I'm going to be proud of myself because I just got a chance to look back into time and see those beginning stages when it wasn't perfect, it wasn't amazing, but it was something that I did and I was able to not give up on. And that's going to be heartwarming for me. It's really going to fulfill me. I want you to have those same opportunities, but you're never going to see those if you don't take action. I know there was a big part of me that, one, I had a fear of failure because if I use the last bit of money to, take a course or hire a mentor and it didn't work out, I would not know how to live with myself. I would have so much pride and fear asking someone for help if I needed it. And so my amygdala automatically told me, dude, don't even try it. We don't have the data in here to compute whether you're going to succeed or not. So the percentages are low. I wouldn't even try it. And unfortunately, that way of thinking kept me from doing so much stuff. So much. I probably could have gotten sober 10 or 12 years ago had I just learned the skills of how to avoid that fear blocker from attempting something I never tried before. And even if I did try and failed, not giving up on myself. I wish I had that, but I didn't. And so over time, I eventually learned it. And when my window of opportunity showed up, phew, I just ran through it. And I didn't think about it. I just jumped. And sometimes that's what we need. We need a kick in the butt and we just need to jump. We don't have those like high motivating, inspirational people like in our house every day. Mom's probably not going to be that for you. Dad's probably not going to be that for you. And if they are, they've probably tried so many times, but their voice isn't the voice of reasoning for you. It's not the fire for your kid. And so for me, I had to go to YouTube and start following people like Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins, Myron Golden, Les Brown. Those were, even his name's leaving me right now. Jim Rohn. These kind of guys, for whatever the reason, Eric Thomas, they spoke life into me the moment their words hit my ears. And even hours, days, or weeks after I heard them, there was still a part of me that could replay what they said to me. And for some reason, I was just motivated. I've held on to that for the last 6 years. And guys, I can't tell you just the beautiful place I am at in life today and where how I wouldn't be here if I didn't start taking action. And so I really hope this video gives you that spark that you need to eventually start taking action towards your goals. Like, what is your goal? What do you want to accomplish? I do a lot of fitness videos. People hit me up because they want to lose 10 pounds. I had so many people telling me that I eventually started selling weight loss medication just to give them a booster, to show them that, first of all, you can lose it without doing anything. But if you stop, then the weight's just going to come right back. And then from there, we implemented, lifestyle tips and nutritional options and diet. And that gave them the foundation they needed so they could implement by themselves when I wasn't around. And now I'm in this digital marketing space because I want to teach people how you can make easy money from the comfort of your home online and then pass this stuff to your kids. Why should you be the only person reaping benefits from learning new tools and new skill sets when really we want to do this because we want to take care of our families? Let's be honest. Guys, I had the biggest fear of success when it came to entrepreneurship because I'm like, dude, what if I really do make it big in this and make like millions of dollars? I got a son in Mexico that I did not raise because I was too busy in my ism and homelessness. That if I finally do make a ton of money, I'll have zero excuse on why he's not here in the States with me, while he's not going to the gym with me. Because to be honest with you, I had him at 15 years old and I just wasn't ready to be a father. I was not ready to raise a kid and make them a part of my schedule and my time. And I felt very selfish for that. But I knew if I had a ton of money and I wasn't busy working a job or busy being an addict, that I would have no excuses. And it's a stinking way of thinking. I get that and I admit that. But that's a part of my story. That was a lot of the reason why I really didn't go for the big, big goals, but I had to work through that. I just had to work through that and say, you know what? I'm going to take all the problems that come with success And I'm going to learn to overcome that fear. And when I do spend time with my son, I'm going to teach him tools. I'm going to show him skill sets, even though we have a language barrier. My son speaks Spanish, I speak English. Now, he speaks a little English, I speak a little Spanish. But when you're breaking things down like this, like long form content, these conversations are very difficult to have in a second language. But I always kept the mindset that I'm going to teach my son to fish. I'm not just going to give him fish. So when he eats it or he's done with it, he has to come right back. My goal with digital marketing was, okay, I'm selling a product online. Don't know what product it's going to be, but I'm going to learn the skill to be able to sell it. And there's options out there where I don't even have to create a product. I don't even have to create the course or service. I just get it out to other people because it already sells a ton. That's where marketing comes in, right? Learning to sell yourself so you can get other products out there for other people. So I was like, okay, sounds a little tough, sounds a little brand new. The brain's not really vibing it. But if this is something that I can leave my kid and he can do the exact same thing for his kids, and this isn't going to go anywhere, they're going to make more money than me later. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to get rid of these negative thoughts that keep telling me things aren't working for me, that keep telling me I don't want to do it because I don't feel like doing it? Guys, do you know if I just didn't do things I didn't feel like doing all day, I'd never go to the gym. I'd never eat healthy. I would order Little Caesars and Papa John's and freaking Jollibee. I'd just be eating all type of crap. I would not go to bed on time. I would not pray. I would not meditate because those things are not easy. They're not. So I had to learn a long time ago. You can't just do things you want to do or not do things you don't feel like doing. You're going to be really, really far behind, bro. And so, by the grace of God, 6 years ago, I started developing that skill set, and I still got a long way to go. But this is my foundation. We're not here to do everything we want to do all the time. Some things we have to do, and that's okay. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that because remember, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to become great. You just do. And if you just take that 1% step towards tomorrow, whatever that looks like for you, if it's just getting out of bed and making the bed before you leave the room, or brushing your teeth before you go out the door, something that allows you to build that momentum to say, you know what, I did something I didn't feel like doing today. Trust and believe with the right mindset, because a lot of us are doing things we don't feel like doing, but we feel like we have to do it and we hate ourselves for it. We don't want to hate ourselves. We just want to consciously remind ourselves this is good for us. This will propel us. I promise you, you're going to become somebody special that people can look up to, that people can really resonate with because you're relatable and they're in the same place that you are, believe it or not. We're not far from each other, guys. We're all in the same boat, so we need each other to inspire through our actions, not just our words. Leave a comment down below, guys. Please like and share if you found this content useful. And let me know a time that you were trying to overcome an obstacle. It just felt impossible. Are there other people out there who have a fear of success? Let me know in the comments. I love you guys. I'll always demonstrate it through my actions. But for now, it's Conversation signing out. Take care.